On the issue itself...
Why do they have to get away with it, Oscar? You know, I know they'll go back and they'll talk about this black hole and whatever, but basically they're sitting in the hot seat. They can do whatever they want, and if they were truly socialist, they would not be doing this, nor would they be freezing winter fuel payments or attacking the farmers with inheritance tax or whatever it happens to be. Really, I look at these things and I think just really non-socialist policies.
Yeah, but you know, as I said, you know, that is them with their ear to the ground. I think Morgan McSweeney, who's gone into number 10, you can see a real... They've got that almost that reform kind of threat hat on as well. Because actually, I think amongst a lot of people, we don't like the idea, actually, of people who, when we go out to work every day, we're all here, but like when, you know, people, hard work, they get up early in the morning, they're grafting all day long. They don't like the idea of someone who could be doing that, getting paid, maybe the same as them, you know, ultimately in terms of benefits they receive. So I think under the surface, this is quite a popular kind of policy area to look at, but we don't know the details yet, which is a bit of a joke, to be frank.
And there does seem to be some confusion in the ranks about that, doesn't it? It looks as though the plans may have been diluted over the weekend with these PIP payments, but then you've got that strong rhetoric from Wes Streeting saying that mental health has been overdiagnosed.
Well, I love that from Camilla, where she's just like, ADHD. Well, you know, just going through the conditions, and you can see how uneasy he looks. And this is when, actually, the kind of the fun of Westminster and the briefing and the rebellion can actually be really, really bloody cruel, because there will be people who, you know, will have their conditions, who receive these payments, and they're watching these politicians go back and forth playing this game on TV, briefings into the newspapers, and they're thinking, this is my life at stake, and you're playing politics with it. And that is, I mean, whatever political party you back, or, you know, whichever colour that is, you know, that's wrong. That is wrong.
I'll tell you what I think's wrong. I think Starmer and his whole outlook. Who is he? What is he? 1 minute he's on Jeremy Corbyn's shoulder and he's as left as you can get, sort of thing. And the next minute he's right of Boris Johnson, you know?
Dawn Neasdom, our very own, GB News' very own, she pointed me in the direction of a tweet from 2016 where Keir Starmer was absolutely calling out the inhumane kind of disability cuts that the Tories were looking to push through at that time. And it just taps into that thing that everyone in the back of their mind, when they go about their daily life, suspects about politicians, which is that they shapeshift. And they have no moral compass.
No moral compass.
And Keir Starmer is politically very good at that. That's very, very good at that.
But unless people have a memory and they can see through him, I mean, I personally don't think he has a snowball's chance in hell of ever being re-elected again. Him personally, I'm not saying a different leader of the Labour Party wouldn't be re-elected, but him, surely people see through him.
Well, you know, he's isolating people. He's isolating groups in society one by one at the moment. And, you know, the farmers, relatively small, admittedly, but he's the winter fuel stuff, so old age pensioners. And the other thing here, which I think is forgotten about, if you really think people should be in work, and I think most people do, work is good for your mental health, it's just, you know, it's good for the economy, blah, 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 then the attack on businesses in terms of that national insurance rises, you know, that's where most people get their first job. So you're telling young people, stop all the snowflakey stuff, mate. You know, you don't have a mental health problem. You need to get out there and get to work. Yet you're stopping the people that would probably employ those people from being able to do so with, you know, horrific tax, basically a tax on jobs ultimately. So it's not joined up, and that's when the shape-shifting kind of gets caught out a little bit. But we'll see what happens. But at the moment, it's a mess. And there are people...
Oscar, you've set the thought process up for today.